All right. Hi, everybody. I think we're live. Oh, okay. Now I think we're live. Hopefully. Okay. um, Monica, can you hear me? Okay. I'm just going to start talking and I'm going to hope we're live because I've never done this before. So here we go. All right. Okay. So welcome to our first team call. I really want to make this more frequent thing because there's so much for all of us to learn. And, I'm learning as I go and I want to share everything I learn with you guys. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, which is posting. And, I know it was really nerve-wracking for some of you to make your first post, and some of you haven't even gotten that far yet. And so we're going to work on that today and talk about what is going to make an effective post and how that's going to help your business and help with you getting success club points and getting challengers and other coaches on board with you. So I'm going to try and share the slides I made for you. Okay. Okay. Bear with me. Okay, so this is just something I made of a bunch of people's different cover photos, which I know that's not really posting, but it's also important. So the first one on the top left corner that's actually my coach, Bonnie. And take note that every picture she is smiling. Every picture in all of these, everyone is smiling. You guys, you want to be happy. If you're having a bad day, every once in a while, it's okay to tell people you're struggling and whatnot, but you want people to think you're happy and living this awesome life that you are. And I hope that this is what that's giving you. So basically, you can see that all these pictures are kind of sectioned off. All right. So it shows different aspects of your life, either your relationship or your kids, your friends. Obviously, you really want to put a fitness part into there. If you want to put food into there, things that make you happy, and that's what, Bunny shows. Hers is all very happy, and you can tell what things are important in her life. All right, the one right below that is by Scotty Hobbs, who I love watching his videos and looking at his posts. Especially because it's so rare that you see a guy coach, and I love seeing that, this isn't just something for girls. Guys can do it too. And what I like about his cover photo is you can, how it says like click image to learn on a story. When you click on his picture in the caption, it actually is a link to a video, and his video explains like how Beachbody changed his life. And I think that's really cool, especially because videos are very personal. And for someone who has never, met you before, it's going to make them feel more connected to you right away, which I think is a good idea. The third one down is Lindsay Matway, and she's actually the #1 coach in all of Beachbody. And I really just like her cover photo because it's very inviting, and you're drawn to every single part of it, and you want to read all of it. And it looks almost like professional and not commercialized, but so I like how that looks. Brittany Leggett is the bottom one. Hers is the same. You can see the different parts of her life that are important. Obviously, it's coaching. Obviously, it's working out. Obviously, that she's going to bring a baby into her family. And I like, the very bottom part where it says all the things that are important to you. So you can just look at this really fast if you've never met her, and you can see the things that are important to her. And if you're going to connect to one of those things, it's going to make, your desires to reach out to her that much stronger. All right. I also posted my cover photo for my regular page and my fitness page. And you know, like I said, all the pictures are just happy and smiling. You know, same with Monica and Heidi's pictures. Everyone's happy, everyone's smiling. It shows different aspects, your relationship, your pets if you have any, you know, if food is important, you know, throw a little quote in there that kind of describes what you're like and who you like. Okay, so just make sure you do that. Make sure that people can tell that it's you, okay? So when they come to your page, they shouldn't question, okay, is this person's page or is this someone else's page? So yes, you can have someone else, you know, in your cover picture with you, but make sure that, you know, it is clear that this page belongs to you. And as far as your profile picture goes, I know you love your kids. I know you love your pets, and we definitely want to see that on your profile. But your profile picture needs to be an inviting picture of you, okay? You need to look like someone that people can reach out and talk to, and they need to know who they're going to be talking to if they do reach out to the person behind this page. Okay. So we're going to go over some of the do's and don'ts of posting. Things that are very important to do is post selfies. And I know you're probably going to feel stupid. And I'm going to be honest, when I first started, I was like, I do not post pictures of myself. Every once in a while I'd post them and people would say, oh, post more pictures of you. And I'd be like, no. Okay. This is important, you guys. Okay, think of it like this. If you're looking to try and get to know somebody, if you have no idea what they look like, you're just making something up in your head. You know, so for me, like when I first started following my coach, who is actually my cousin by marriage, I had never met her. But by the time I did meet her 2 weeks ago, I felt like I know her because all of her posts have pictures of her and her life. And this is so important because eventually your warm market, which is like people you know, they're gonna kind of, you know, be less and less, and you're gonna have to work more on people you don't know. And these people who are following you, they're going to be a lot more likely to sign up with you if they feel like they know you and they feel comfortable with you. They feel like they can trust you and they feel like you're giving them good advice. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your face. Like if you're holding your Shakeology bottle or your foot's in the picture, you're showing your workout shoes, whatever, as long as some part of your body's in there, it's more personal. Okay. And switch it up. Like you can't just take pictures of your face all day long. Like that's gonna be boring and people are gonna get tired of that. So I know it's a lot to remember, but it's you'll get used to it. It's not that hard, you guys. You got this. You can sometimes switch it up. Like I don't know about you guys. I love quotes. Like I'm obsessed. I don't know if it's the psychology major in me or what, but I love quotes. And so sometimes what I'll do if I find a quote I really like, I'll either post it in the caption, or if it's short enough, I'll post it like over top of the picture or over top of part of the picture. And that gets your message across, but they're also connecting it to you, because if they see a quote and then they remember it down the line, if there's a picture of you with it, then they're going to connect that quote to you as opposed to being like, oh, where did I hear that from? Like, oh, I don't remember. You know, and the same goes with a product. You know, if you're just posting pictures of your Shakeology bag or your bottle or your containers and there's no you with it, then what happens when they get to the point where like, oh man, you know, I see people drinking Shakeology. I really want to try it. Where did I see someone posting about it? You know, and they're going to remember that it's you a lot better if you're in the picture with the Shakeology or whatever it is. Remember to be honest. I know it's really hard to get out of your shell, and I know it's really hard and nerve-wracking, especially with something such as weight loss and you know, self-esteem and confidence, and it is really a touchy subject. And I know you're scared, but this is the most important part, because all these people, they're scared too. And it's going to help you so much when these people realize they're not alone and that you actually want to go through this with them, and that, you know, you went through all of this. So that's really important. Some of the big important don'ts: don't post facts. You guys don't sit there and list facts. You want to be interested, not interesting, is something my coach always tells me. So instead of saying, Shakeology has this ingredient and this ingredient and this ingredient. Say something like, wow, I can't believe that I feel so much more awake ever since I started drinking Shakeology. It's probably that this ingredient is supposed to do this for you. So you can slip it in there, but also make it, about you and about how it's affecting your life, as opposed to just being like, here's the facts, believe them. You know what I mean? Don't post pictures of products. I kind of went over that, but if you have your 21-day fix containers all laying out, then that's kind of a boring picture. It would be better if you're meal prepping and you have your 21-day fix containers. Maybe you dump them out and you're like, wow, look how much this actually is. Like, I know it looks small, but it's not. Something that makes it more inviting and more personal. Also, don't just post, memes or quote pictures. I know you want to, and I know there's some really good ones out there. Like I said, you can post them with your pictures on top of them or in the comments. But like I mentioned before, if you're just posting pictures, people aren't going to know who you are, and they're not going to be attracted to you as much. Pictures of me definitely get more likes and comments than just pictures of words. Also, don't post your site links. And I'm going to be honest, the Beachbody website is a little bit confusing. So if you just send someone there, they're going to get a little mixed up, and it's going to be hard for them to shop around. That's why I like BB links, because I can send them a direct link for exactly what they want. And obviously, if they want to buy clothing or whatever, you can send that to someone personally. But it's just not very personal, and someone's not going to take the time to be like, oh, what is this link? You know what I mean? All right. I don't know what that's about, but all right. I'm going to post these slides after we're done. So don't worry about it if you can't read it or it's cut off like it is now. Sorry about that. Posting is actually kind of simple, guys. I know you're supposed to be posting 3 to 6 times a day, and it seems like a lot, but when you break it down, it's not that much. At the beginning, just break it down into 3 easy posts, okay? So you're going to make 1 post about your workout, 1 post about your shake or healthy food you ate, and 1 post about generally about your life. All right, easy. And before I forget, I just want you guys to know that, when you start making money, and no matter how much money you are making from this, you do have to put a disclaimer on it. So whether you're saying you're paying off bills or, saying, oh, I was able to quit my job because I make such and such money, make sure you're putting this just, to save your own ass. Okay, so workout pictures. There's a couple key points to this. Obviously you're doing your workout. I would hope it's making you really, really freaking exhausted, okay? Or there's, no point. So with that said, make sure you still look like you're having fun, okay? You might be tired and you might be sweaty, but don't have a grumpy look on your face, okay? Nobody wants to follow someone who looks pissed off at what they're doing or upset that they had to do it or feeling like they're forced they had to do it, okay? Also, don't talk about going to the gym. I know that some people still go to the gym while they're doing Beachbody programs, whether it's to get in their little extra cardio or whatever it is they like to do, but that kind of defeats the purpose of the message you're trying to portray, that you can get in a quick half-hour workout at home and see good results. So try and stay away from that. Also, show your successes and your struggles, all right? So if you're able to do push-ups now and you weren't able to do that before, that's awesome, and that's kind of what this middle picture of Monica shows. She was struggling and falling over with, I know, yoga and Pilates and stuff for 21-day fix, and now she can do that. And it's so awesome to share stuff like that, because then people realize, hey, this girl started out not being able to do it, and now she can because of this workout. Hey, I want to be able to do that too, which is awesome. There's someone at my door. That's weird. Okay. Anyways, hold that thought. Yeah. Matthews. And yours? Thanks. All right, I'm back. Sorry. It's always weird people coming to my door. Okay. So, it's also important to talk about your struggles too. You know, like, yeah, you had a really hard getting out of bed this morning, and, you know, maybe you didn't make it through your whole workout. Maybe, you know, you made it through the first 30 seconds and you had to take a 5-second break, and that's okay, because people are going to relate to that. People aren't going to look at you when you're succeeding 100% and they're not going to be like, oh, I can do that too. Like, they want to know, okay, they struggled, but they did it, so I can do that too, if that makes sense. So an example for my first picture I posted, which is me, I think it's really important to show people that you have goals, and then also show them when you reach your goals. And it's also important to kind of include them in the conversation. So one thing that's good about doing posts every once in a while is to ask questions at the bottom. So like what I did at this post is I said, you know, this has been my goal for a really long time. I'm part of the way there. I'm going to continue getting there. And, you know, it's going to happen. I put this on my goal board. I'm going to make sure it happens. And then I say, what's your goal? And what did you do to get closer to it today? You know, then people are going to take a look at that and they're going to be like, oh, okay, I have this goal. And they're like, well, crap, I didn't do anything, you know, and then maybe they'll think to themselves, dang it, she's really getting towards her goals. I want to do that too. And if he or she sees enough of these posts over time, then it's going to make them be more drawn to you because they want to be just as successful as you are. I really like Heidi's post that she made during her birthday weekend, because I think it's important to show people that this is not just a fad. This is not just a diet. This isn't just 21 days. This is a lifestyle. You're going to do it on the weekends. You're going to do it during your birthday. You're going to do it on holidays, not because you have to, because you want to. And, you know, what I like about her post, she's like, it's only 30 minutes. Like, I'm on vacation, but it's only 30 minutes. I don't have an excuse for that, you know? I really like Bonnie's post she made yesterday, I think, talking about Pokemon Go, which I just think is really funny, because she's talking about how it is that all these people are finally out and about getting exercise, and people don't have time to do a workout program, but you have 3 hours to walk around outside catching Pokemon, which I think is funny. And so, you know, every time, I've noticed personally, it's hard to get people to respond to like personal posts sometimes, because they're nervous about putting themselves out there. So sometimes, you know, try and keep it light and funny, and it'll keep people's attention a little bit better. Okay, so food and Shakeology posts. Share recipes and tips and talk about meal prep. A lot of people think that this is impossible. They think that eating healthy is hard, and it's not. I know that, you know that, but they don't know that, okay? So like something I did a couple days ago, you know, first off, I posted like, you know, I made these recipes from Autumn's cookbook. You know, that is a Beachbody product. I mean, so that right there connects itself to Beachbody. And then I talk about, you know, my tip for pancakes. Something I do is I make a ton of them, and then I put them in the freezer, and then I put them in the toaster. So that way I have them for the whole week, and it makes it really easy. And stuff like that, and about meal prep, it just makes people see that it's realistic and that it can be done. And like I said, it connects better, and they, you know, they realize this is a realistic lifestyle change. I also like to post pictures about like how it's really not that hard to eat healthy. I mean, people think it is, and they think that food is like bland and disgusting if it's healthy, and it's not, you know? So like my second picture, I posted a barbecue I had, and I mean, granted the cream cheese wasn't the most healthy, but you know, everything else on there is literally fruits and vegetables and meat, and that's it. And it was delicious, you know? You just season things and it works. And it's just important to convey to people that, you know, this can be a realistic thing, and you can enjoy every single meal and have it be good for you at the same time. As far as Shakeology goes, you know, you can't just post, I drank my Shakeology today, every single post, because people are going to be like, dude, I'm so annoyed of this person. So I really like Monica's post she made the other day, talking about, you know, she gets up friggin' like 5 in the morning for work every day. And that sounds terrible to me. You know, so it's so easy that she has this and she can just walk out the door. And she's not alone in that. There's so many people who get up early, they don't have time, and you know, you can sleep in extra if you don't have to make breakfast. So why not share that with everyone so they can do the same thing? You know, in my Shakeology post, I like to mention that it tastes like dessert a lot. So honestly, Drew and I, we used to eat ice cream every single night, and we don't do that anymore. So for me, I like to connect Shakeology to how it affects my life now. You know, so I eat less dessert, I have more energy, I feel better. Same with eating well. Talk about how clean eating and Shakeology makes you feel. Like, do you feel better when you're not taking a handful of vitamins every day? Do you feel better not eating crap and just like feeling like sitting on the couch after you eat a big meal? Do you have more energy? Do you feel more awake? You know, stuff like that. But, you know, it's also important to show that you're human too. So definitely you can say, you know, oh, I had my cheat meal today. It was totally worth it, but I'm going to make sure to stay on track the rest of the day. Don't make it seem like you're just blowing the whole day. But it's definitely important to show that, like, it's not realistic to eat healthy 100% of the time. Like, this is an 80-20 lifestyle. Yeah, you're going to eat good, healthy food and enjoy that. But there's also some foods you don't want to have to give up, and you shouldn't have to give that up. And you want to portray that to all of your challengers and everyone that's seeing these posts, because you don't want them to think that they're going to have to go without, because obviously that's not going to, you know, draw them to you. I love this post that Monica made about forgetting her meal prep food the other day, and how she had to buy stuff at Starbucks, and how much money it costs, and how much money she's been saving by drinking Shakeology and by doing meal prep. And like I said before, it's important to have you in the picture. And in case none of you caught it, there is her in this picture, which I think is very awesome. And I don't know if she did that intentionally or not, but I really do like it because it's still definitely connected to her. Also, you can talk about like how expensive it is to eat out and how much money you've saved while you're feeling better. You know, stuff like that draws people to you and the lifestyle you have is really helpful. Okay, life posts. God, there's so many good ones, and I ran out of time to find all the good ones. But I'm in love with this one that Bonnie posted yesterday, because it talks about something that we all fear. So you're all worried about that midlife crisis. All right. Everybody is. I don't care who you are. Like, you get to a point in your life where you're like, holy crap, I am old. Okay. This post relates to everyone. All right. Even people who are way past their midlife crisis, all of a sudden they're looking at this post going, crap, I realize I'm not happy. And what have I been doing for all of these years? Like, and then, I mean, well, if it's me, you'll probably have a meltdown and be like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? But at the same time, you're going, well, wait, yeah, she's turning 29 and she's, you know, thinking to herself, oh, I should be stressed out about it. But I'm not, because of Beachbody, you know, and you want people to have that feeling when they're reading their posts and go, well, crap, she's totally fine with turning, you know, 30 or however old, because her life is awesome and she's living the life she wants to and she doesn't regret it. She's not wasting her life away, you know. I think it's important to put your why in there. So I made a post the other day. My mom came into town and my boyfriend and I blew $600 on her. We took her out to dinner and we took her to see the Cirque du Soleil show. And if you know me, that's definitely like, that's me. Like, I'm not really materialistic. I'm much more an experience person. Like, we love going to shows. We love going to dinner. You know, we love going on trips. And for me, that's my why. Like, I want to be able to, you know, give that experience to other people. And, you know, for you guys, your why might be you want to spend more time with your family. You want to be able to go on vacation. Maybe it is materialistic, and that's totally fine too. Like, maybe you want a brand new car. something like that. Share that, because chances are someone else who is watching your post, they want that too. And if they currently don't have that in their life, or the ability to get whatever that is in their life, they're going to be more drawn to you. Always include the important people in your life too. Like it's not all about you. Include your kids. And I've seen some people, I saw Sierra made a post about how her daughter was in the way, so she just used her as part of her workout. And stuff like that is fun, and you can use it to your advantage. Like I get really excited when Drew wants to take a picture with me, so I mention that. And it helps people feel like, oh, okay, well, maybe I could do this because, my kid won't get in the way. And if he or she does, she can help me out. Like, oh, my boyfriend's going to be supportive if, so-and-so's boyfriend, thinks she's crazy, but is still supportive anyways, if that makes sense. And even just random stories. Like, you got to keep it interesting. You can't just post this is my workout, this is my shake every day. So I went to the grocery store yesterday or the other day, and I ran to this guy, and he was just rambling on about, what's the worst that can happen in life. And I just thought that was awesome. So I shared about it, and then I connected it to Beachbody, and everything in your life, pretty much, you can connect to Beachbody. There's a way. So pick something and connect it, whether you want to do that blatantly or subtly. You can, straight up be like, hey, I want to get my nails done and I can afford it because since I became a Beachbody coach, I'm making extra money. Or you can, phrase it more, subtly. I have all this extra time now. I'm going to go get my nails done and treat myself. You don't even have to mention Beachbody, but people are going to start to wonder, dang, how's this girl live this awesome life? Or how's this guy live this awesome life? So no matter what way you do it, try and connect it to Beachbody, at least most of your posts. The key is that when someone comes to your page, that they're going to be able to tell you're a Beachbody coach just by scrolling through in the first 5 seconds, the first 5 pictures they look at, they should be able to tell you're a Beachbody coach. So try and keep that in mind whenever you're making a post. All right, live videos and progress pictures. Live videos are terrifying. I panicked my first one. It was awful. But I promise you they get easier and easier and easier. And it's so important. So my challenge group right now, in this challenge group alone, which I started with a live video, and on the first day of prep week and the first day of the actual challenge group, I have more participation in that group than I have had in all my other challenge groups combined. It's awesome, you guys. Same, so obviously it's helping there. And on your Facebook as well, if you didn't know this, live videos are actually the first thing to pop up in someone's feed. So basically the order it goes is live videos, recorded videos, Facebook pictures with words with them, and then just words and Instagram pictures that you've shared from Instagram. So if you want more people to see it, start posting more videos and make sure that there's a picture with your post, okay? Really important. My friend Megan, she actually does this a lot. I like that she does this. She'll put a picture of her and then be like, all right, guys, push-up challenge or squat challenge. For every like I get, I'll do 5 push-ups or 5 squats. And then she'll do a live video of her actually doing that. And I know that gets her a lot of attention, and I think that's a really good idea. As far as progress pictures go, I know that they are terrifying. It's terrifying. And for me, I made the post up and I just sat there and just needed that 5 seconds of courage to hit post, and I was nervous. And let me tell you, I have not signed up more people than the days that I post progress pictures. You guys, everyone sees that and goes, holy shit. All of this that she has been talking about and rambling about and trying to convince me of is a real thing. She's not lying. And it's so important. So just get over it for 5 seconds and post it and realize how much it's going to benefit your business. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you know, my picture on the left where it's, you know, a picture of my body and how much weight I've lost. You know, Monica made a really good post the other day about how else Beachbody has changed her life. And I thought it was really awesome because there's so many other factors than weight loss. There's some people who really don't need to lose the weight. And, you know, just because you are super skinny doesn't mean that the rest of your life is together and that working out and Shakeology can't benefit you. Okay? Like, there's so many other factors, stress and relationships and you know, your skin and how you feel and all of that. That's a factor too. So switch it up. You know, some days post the results from your workouts. Some days post on how Shakeology and the workouts has helped your confidence and everything else in your life. Okay. So one more thing I was going to talk about. Sorry, get back to me if I can figure out how to do it. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Don't mind me. I'm special. Okay. So one more thing I was going to talk about is following people. Okay. So obviously I'm going to follow my coach because she's my coach and I want to know everything about her. You know, and I follow my coaches. So all of you guys that I coach, I follow too because I want to check up on you. I want to make sure you're doing everything you should be doing. But that's about it, you guys. If you start following a bunch of other people, your posts are going to start to sound more like them and less like you. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to get ideas from other coaches, but you know, you want to keep it your own and you want to keep it personalized. If you see a post that someone that you really like of somebody else, make note of it and maybe do it later that week because by that time, you're not going to remember exactly how they worded it. And it's going to be more you and more like how you would phrase it, which I think is important. And I want to, so for me, some days I have a lot of good ideas. Like I'll have one day where I'll have like 12 good post ideas and I'm like, I can't post 12 in one day. And then the next day I'll have like 3 and I'm like, I don't have any ideas. So what I would recommend doing is, I don't care if you keep it in a notebook or if you keep it on a note in your phone, but make note of the ideas you have. That way you can post, and then the days you don't have very many ideas, you can post some of the other ones you have. I know this is going to sound super silly, but if you feel like, if you're feeling extra confident that day, if you have a little extra time, honestly, I would recommend taking a few extra pictures. Like if you want to just, you know, put a different shirt on and take another picture or, you know, whatever it is, put a new workout band on, I don't care, and take an extra picture. There's going to be days where you forget and you really don't have ideas. And it's so important for you to post because it's so important for there to be consistency. Do that and make a note or make like a file in your phone like, oh, pictures I haven't posted yet, so that you know where they are. Last thing I want to talk about. Oh, 2 more things. Selfies. I know they're hard. It's such a waste of time for you to sit there and take 500, you guys. On average, 10% of your friends see your posts. 10%. That's hardly any. So don't spend a half hour trying to take a good selfie. Take 1 or 2. Pick which one you like best and call it good. And that's it. Like you got better things to do. You got to invite. You got to, you know, just don't worry about it and type whatever comes to your mind. Don't sit there for an hour trying to figure out your post because there's, you know, so much more important things you could be doing. Consistency is what I was going to say. I know it's stressful at the beginning if you're not getting a bunch of likes on your pictures or a bunch of comments. Okay. Honestly, I don't get that many likes on my pictures or comments, and I've hit Success Club every month since I started, okay? Bonnie, who is the top 5 coach in the company, when she first started, she was getting like 3 likes, if that, okay? So don't get discouraged. Also, you know, the reason it's important to post 3 to 5 times a day, every single day, is because you're going to go and you're going to invite someone privately, And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to look at your profile. Okay. And if you're not being a product of the product and you're not posting consistently, why would they want to follow you? They wouldn't. So just keep that in mind, you know. And like for me, I messaged some people my very first week of coaching and they totally ignored me. And then 3 months later, last month, I killed it because those people, all those people I talked to in the first month, they came back to me and were like, oh, hey, I guess this is a thing and I really want to sign up. So that's why it's so important to be consistent and post every day and publicly invite, because it will affect your private invites even if you don't see that right away. A lot of the, you know, really high up coaches say all the work you're doing now is going to pay off 3 months from now. And I know it's hard to see that, but just try and keep that in mind so you don't get discouraged at all. All right. Well, I think that's all I have on posting for today. If you guys want, I totally don't mind taking a look at your profile. So just let me know. And I am more than happy to check out your cover picture and like some of your posts. Yeah, I totally don't mind taking a look at that. So let me know when you're ready, and either Monica or I will take a look at that for you. And I feel like there is something else, but I can't remember. Any questions you have, you know, feel free to ask. It's so much easier than you guys think. And I know it's kind of nerve-wracking at the beginning, but I promise it gets easier and you don't even have to think about it. And it's going to be awesome. And you guys are going to start doing awesome. And I'm so excited to have you on this team. And all right, that's it. Okay, have a good night, guys. Bye.